Let us now understand how to describe pattern rules. We have a very interesting example here, and the question is how to find decreasing pattern rule. Well, when we say decreasing pattern rule, we are referring to outputs. As you can see in this example, we have input and output data. Input is increasing from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, but the output is decreasing. It starts with 100 and goes down by 3 each time. So it is 97, 94, 91 and so on, right? So there are a lot of numbers to be filled in between, right? And probably you can think about what should be the output for input as 20, right? So that is how you can look at the question. But if you have an open-ended question like this and you just need to describe the pattern rules, then look for all possible patterns, right? Starting from input. Input pattern is so easy. Why not write it down? Let's say what is the input pattern. So let's write down the input pattern first. So input pattern is start at 1, right? We say start at 1 and then add 1 each time. So add 1 each time, correct? So that becomes my input pattern. How about the output pattern? For the output, we can write start at 100, right? Start at 100 and then what? As we go down, we do -3, right? We do -3 each time. So take away or subtract, you can write subtract 3 each time, right? So that is how we can describe our output pattern. Now the question is how to describe the pattern from input to output. How are these related? That is to say, if I say my input is 5, what should be the output? That is my question. So for an input of 5, what output do I expect? One way is go with the pattern, the rule which we just learned. If we have to go down by 3 each time, then what is 91 minus 3? That should give me the value for output, which corresponds to input of 5. So 91 minus 3 is 88, right? So we get our answer as 88. Now my next question is, what should be the output for 20 as an input? Well, in that case, you may have to write 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on till 20 and continue with this pattern. It's going to take a long time. So it's better to find a rule which can connect input with output, and that is the pattern rule we are looking forward to. How can we find that rule? This is what you're going to learn now. Okay, so we know that our magic number here is -3. So we are taking away 3 each time. Each time means 3 should be times, right? So we have to start with some number and to take away 3 each time. Let us see how to get 100 as an output from input of 1 by taking away 3. That is important. So the number should be starting with 103, right? For 0, the number should have been 103, right? So if I take away 3 from 103, I get 100 and then move on. Well, that means the starting number is 103. So I can write now my rule, that is output equals to 103 minus 3 times the input. Do you understand that? 3 times the input. That should be the rule. Let us check now whether this rule is right or wrong. Let's check with 5 itself. So let's do it. So if we do 103, take away 3 times 5. What is 3 times 5? 3 times 5 is 15. What do I get? 103 take away 15 is indeed 88. So we get the same number. The rule works. Perfect. So shall we apply for 20 now? Let us do it. So let's do it. 103 minus 3 times 20. That means 103 take away 3 times 20 is 60. Okay, what do I get? I get 3 here. 10 take away 6 is 4. 43. Wow. So I get 43. So here I should get 43. So 43 is my answer for 20 as an input. You see that? That is interesting. So like that, what you can do, you can find output for a number in between. Let us say if my input is 15, what should be my output? So that is one thing you can do, right? Now second thing is, you need to find out, can you get an output of, let us say 30? Can you get output of 30? I'm not sure, you have to try. And if you can, what is the input? Well, it is not necessary that all the numbers come in the output. You know, we are skipping by 3. So you may just skip this number 30 also. Who knows, right? So figure it out. So that is your question for the day. Okay? Thank you. But I hope you learned a lot from this example. Apply this technique and then do pattern rules for the following questions. Take it as a test. Thank you and all the best.